How does the product owner handle conflicting stakeholders' requests? The first option says involve the Scrum Master to mediate. No, it is the product owner who mediates between the stakeholders, the customers, and the Scrum team. This is the product owner, is a mediator, not the Scrum Master. He or she should prioritize based on personal judgments. No, his decision should not be based on personal judgments, but facts, showing clearly that what will be done or is being done would offer value or give value to the users, and it aligns with the goals and objectives of what is planned to be done. The third one says implement all requests to please the stakeholders. Yes, whilst you want to please the stakeholders, a product owner needs to be very, very careful in doing that. So let's look at this. The stakeholder metrics. And now let's say we have power or influence here, and here we have impact here, or interests. Now let's have this like a graph. So these are our y, these are y negative, so this is plus here, this is minus, this is plus on the x-axis, and this is minus on the x-axis. Now any stakeholder who has high power or high influence on the projects, the product or the project we are working on has low impacts on that person. That is, what we are building or working on will not impact the person. It's not the person who is going to use it, but this is a person who has high power and high influence, is bringing the money, or they are bringing the money. These people, we need to keep them satisfied. We need to keep them satisfied, because if we don't keep them satisfied, then they may withdraw their money and the project would discontinue. Then coming to those who have high impact, high influence, and high power in the project, and they also are impacted highly by what is being done. These people, we want to manage them closely. You want to manage them closely. So these are the people. If the stakeholder or stakeholders fall within this range, what the product owner should do is to manage them closely. And if they fall within this range, is to keep them satisfied. Now, what if they fall within the range of having very low power or influence on the project, but this project will impact them highly? So those are like the customers. They have no say, as it were, in terms of influence or power on the project, but these are the people we are making this thing for. The product we are working on, or the project, will impact them, like the customers. So people like this, you want to keep them informed. You want to keep them informed. You can tell them, oh, this is a new future, this is what the management has decided, and you want to keep them informed on what has been done or how it is being done. But mind you, you are building for them, so you have to build with them in mind. Now, the last set of stakeholders are the ones who have very low power or influence, and the project impacts them in a very little way or in no way at all. So these people, you just want to monitor them. That is that. So for the people who this product owner may have serious conflict with, are people he needs to keep satisfied and people he needs to manage closely. For people in this other category, he just needs to keep them informed on what is being done. And for these people, they have little influence and the product will not affect them in any form. These are like the contractors and the likes. So let's bother about these two. In keeping these guys satisfied or managing them closely, what it needs to do is it needs to prioritize. So it could use the Moscow framework or the RISE framework, and we have other frameworks that we use for prioritization to prioritize what the stakeholders are requesting or what the stakeholder is requesting to see if it's actually of value. That's one. Number two, he wants to be kind. He wants to be kind. He wants to know why the stakeholder is making that request, and he wants to be empathetic and also want to be diplomatic. He wants to be careful. He wants to keep them satisfied, and then he wants to negotiate with them. And in negotiation, he wants to tell them that after checking the data, as you can see, in all honesty, this your future or your request is good, but this is not what the customers want now, and haven't checked rather the product goal vis-a-vis our roadmap. So the goal is what we want to achieve. The roadmap is how we intend to achieve. That haven't looked at this vis-a-vis your request. In all honesty, this will take us far from achieving the goal. That please, why don't we do this in the other sprint, the next sprint, the sprint coming after the next one? So he wants to negotiate with them. So that is what he should do. And the first option says involves the Scrum Master to mediate. No. Is a mediator. Prioritize based on personal judgments. No. Should be based on facts. That is prioritization, either using the Moscow framework or the RISE framework. Yes, for if you want to learn more about prioritization, I have a video on the RISE framework. You can find the link in the description below. Implement all requests to please stakeholders. Whilst you want to keep them satisfied and manage them closely, you don't want to please them as against delivering value. So you want to be careful. So what he needs to do is align the request with the product roadmap and goals. Yes, this is what we have planned to achieve or want to achieve, and this is how we want to achieve it. So he needs to align the request. If the request doesn't fall or align with the product goal and roadmap, he then needs to negotiate with the stakeholder or stakeholders making the request. So I think the right answer is this. Yes, align request with the product goal and roadmap is correct because the product owner uses the product vision and strategic objective to prioritize requests.